Good morning, Key Stage 1. How are you? I know it's the end of the week, but I hope you're ready for another fabulous phonics lesson. Let's take a look at what we'll be learning today. So today we're going to be having a look at adding the suffix ment to words. Now there's going to be a few of these lessons where we look at adding particular suffixes. Now these are really important. When you look at the assessment criteria for Year 2, if you want to be a greater depth writer, you need to be able to use these suffixes in your writing regularly. Now, some of them you may just use all the time, particularly when we look at the ly suffix. However, some of them may not come as naturally, so we need to teach you how to use them. And you can practice using them in your everyday language when you're talking with your parents, and especially when you're doing your writing for myself and Mr. Cook. The important thing is, don't be worried if you get it wrong. Giving it a go is what's really important. And the more you try, the easier you'll find it. Let's have a look at adding suffixes to root words. So, normally, when you add ment or ment to a word, you just add it and nothing needs to change. So for example, adjust plus ment equals adjustment. Okay. Now, ment means the action of doing something, and it changes the verb to a noun. So if you're adjusting something, you might be adjusting a table in a classroom. However, once you've made the adjustment, it becomes a noun, the name of something that you have done. I've made an adjustment. So adjusting, I'm adjusting the table, is the verb. I've made an adjustment is a noun. So the suffix ment changes verbs to nouns. And here are some examples: enjoyment, disappointment, accomplishment, development, and punishment. Those are all really great words to use in your writing. But you need to be careful. Some words don't follow that rule. For example, argue plus ment to argument, you need to drop the E. And words with more than one syllable ending in a consonant and Y, so for example, merry and ment, you need to change the Y to an I. There are only a few of these exceptions, but you do need to be aware of them. So now it's time to practice. Can you practice spelling these words? Now I am aware that they are quite long, so if you'd like to just do 3 of each, that is perfectly okay. However, if you'd like to do the challenge of 5, that is okay too. What's really important is that you make sure that your handwriting is really neat and you take care with your letter formation. The more you get the letter formation right, the more automatic you become in your spellings. Your brain just knows what to do. Pause the video now and practice the spellings. Okay. Now it's time to use them in a sentence. We've already talked about adjustment. What about disappointment? I felt such disappointment that the fair was closed. How about punishment? You deserve a punishment for your crime. Argument. I had an argument with my friend. Merriment. I felt great merriment at the party. Accomplishment. It was a real accomplishment to win the race ahead of everybody else. Have a go at using these words in sentences. Now in this situation, you're not going to be able to use all of them in a sentence. And like I said, the words are quite long. So if you'd like to pick just 3 or 4 that you'd like to use in a sentence, that is okay. Pause the video now and give it a go. Now it's time for a quick test. Are you ready? Word 1, adjustment. Word 2, enjoyment. Word 3, disappointment. Word 4, accomplishment. Development. Word 6, punishment. Word 7, argument. And word 8, merriment. How did you get on? Have a look back and take a look at the spellings. Did you get them right or did you get them wrong? Please don't worry if you got them wrong. They are some really tricky spellings to be able to do. And remember, adding ment to a word is a greater depth skill. So this is one of the most challenging things that you can do in year 2. But for now, have a look at the mistakes you made and learn from them. That's the whole point of mistakes. They help you learn. If you'd like to keep practicing, just have a look back at the video and just keep giving it a go. With a bit of hard work, you'll get there. I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely weekend. And I'll be back on Tuesday for another phonics lesson. Bye.